another helpful and friendly episode for all English learners.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia. We're really excited about today's topic because it's a struggle that millions of learners face every single day.
That's right. Today we're talking about something very common. I understand English, but I can't speak.
If you can watch movies, listen to English videos, or understand your teacher, but when it's time to speak, your mind becomes blank, don't worry. You're not alone, and you're not weak.
Exactly. This problem happens to beginners, intermediate learners, and even advanced learners. Understanding English is one skill. Speaking English confidently is a different skill.
And in today's 18-minute episode, we're going to explain why this happens and how you can fix it with simple, practical techniques.
We'll talk about overthinking, translation, confidence, daily practice, and ways to build automatic English in your mind.
By the end of this episode, you'll understand exactly what's stopping you from speaking, and you'll know the steps you need to take to finally speak English more naturally.
All right, let's begin. All right, let's talk about the big question. Why can you understand English, but you can't speak it? This is more common than you think.
Yes. Many learners watch English videos, listen to music, and understand almost everything. But when someone asks a simple question like, "How was your day?" suddenly, silence.
And the first reason is this. Understanding English is a passive skill, but speaking English is an active skill.
Exactly. When you listen, you have time. Your brain receives the information, processes it, and makes sense of it. But when you speak, you must create the words yourself, and you must do it fast.
That's the second reason. Your brain is slower when it's time to produce English, because you don't practice speaking enough.
Yes, you might listen for hours, but you may only speak for 1 or 2 minutes a day, or maybe not at all. So your listening muscles get strong, but your speaking muscles stay weak.
And there's another problem. Overthinking. When you want to speak, your brain tries to choose the perfect word, perfect grammar, perfect sentence, and this makes you freeze.
Absolutely. Many learners want to speak like a native speaker from day one. But speaking is like driving a car. You get better by doing it, not by thinking about it.
And the final big reason, fear. Fear of mistakes, fear of judgment, fear of sounding silly. That fear blocks your mouth, even if your brain knows the English.
So remember this. You understand English because you've trained your ears. You can't speak because you haven't trained your mouth and confidence yet.
And the good news is, you can fix this. And we're going to show you how, step by step. Now let's talk about something really interesting. The listening box and the speaking box. This idea helps many students finally understand why speaking feels so hard.
Yes. Think of your brain like it has 2 boxes. Box 1 is the listening box. This is where English enters when you watch videos, listen to people, or study vocabulary. Box 2 is the speaking box. This is where English needs to come from when you talk.
Most learners fill their listening box every day. They watch movies, listen to podcasts, or follow English lessons. So the listening box becomes full and strong.
But the speaking box? That one often stays empty because you don't use it enough. You understand "how are you" because it's in your listening box. But when it's your turn to answer, your speaking box can't find the words.
Exactly. And your brain doesn't have time to slowly transfer information from the listening box to the speaking box. Speaking requires fast access, not slow translation.
Here's a simple example. Jason, ask me a question.
Sure, what did you do yesterday?
Now, if yesterday's vocabulary is only in my listening box, I will freeze. But if I practice speaking simple sentences before, my speaking box will quickly give me answers like I studied English, I watched a movie, I met my friend.
So the solution is simple. You must train the speaking box, not only fill the listening box.
And in the next sections, we'll show you exactly how to do that.
Another big reason people understand English but can't speak is simple. You're translating too much in your head.
Yes. Many learners hear a question in English, but before they answer, they translate the question into their language, think of the answer in their language, then translate it back to English. That's 3 steps. Too slow.
Exactly. Speaking needs to be fast, but translation makes it slow, confusing, and stressful. For example, if someone says, "What do you want to eat?" your brain might start doing a full grammar operation instead of just answering.
And when your brain is busy translating, there is no space left to speak confidently. That's why you freeze, even though you understand the words.
Let me give a quick example. I'll say a simple sentence in English, and you think in your language for a moment. Ready? I'm going to the market.
Now, if you translate it word by word, it feels heavy. But if you think of the idea, it's easy. The idea is going somewhere to buy things. Ideas are faster than translation.
Exactly. Native speakers don't think word by word. They think in ideas, and you need to start doing that too.
So the lesson is, don't say the perfect sentence. Say the simple sentence. Don't translate. Just speak.
And coming up next, we'll teach you how to build automatic English thinking so you don't need to translate at all. Now let's talk about something very important. Automatic English thinking. This means your brain starts to understand and respond in English without translation.
Yes. Think about your first language. You don't translate, you just know what to say. That's because the words and ideas are automatic, and you can train English the same way.
One simple method is this. Use short, quick sentences every day. For example, I'm eating, I'm studying, I'm going to work, I'm tired, I'm happy.
When you say these small sentences again and again, your brain starts to connect English words with English ideas. No translation needed.
Another technique is to describe what you see. Look at your room and say, "My phone is on the table. The window is open. I'm sitting on a chair."
This trains your brain to think in English in real time. And the more you do it, the faster your speaking becomes.
Automatic English thinking doesn't happen in one day. But with daily practice, your speaking will become smoother, faster, and more confident. Now let's talk about something learners don't usually think about. Speaking English is not only a mental skill, it's also a physical skill.
Yes, your mouth, your tongue, your lips, they are like small muscles. And just like exercising at the gym, these speaking muscles need training.
That's why starting with easy, short sentences is so powerful. When the sentences are simple, your mouth gets used to producing English sounds quickly.
For example, repeat sentences like, "I like it, it's good, I don't know, I'm not sure, let's go."
These are short, but they build speed and confidence. And when your mouth becomes comfortable with simple English, longer sentences become easier naturally.
Think of it like learning to run. You don't start with a marathon, you start with a slow walk. These easy sentences are your warm-up for fluent speaking.
So remember, if you train your speaking muscles every day, even with very simple lines, your fluency will grow faster than you expect. Now let's talk about one of the fastest ways to improve your speaking. The shadowing technique. This method is simple, powerful, and used by many successful language learners.
Yes, shadowing means you listen to a native speaker and speak at the same time, like a shadow following a person. You don't wait, you don't pause, you copy their rhythm, speed, and pronunciation instantly.
Exactly. For example, if the native speaker says, "I'm going to school," you repeat at the same moment, "I'm going to school."
And don't worry if you make mistakes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is training your mouth and brain to move fast together.
Let's do a tiny demonstration. Julia, say a sentence slowly.
Sure. Repeat with me. I'm learning English every day.
Great. Shadowing like this improves your fluency, confidence, and pronunciation at the same time.
Start with easy videos, short sentences, and slow speed. Do this for just 5 minutes a day and your speaking will unlock faster than you think.
One of the biggest reasons learners can understand English but can't speak is simple: fear of mistakes. This fear blocks your mouth, even when your brain knows the answer.
Yes, many learners think, what if my grammar is wrong? Or what if people laugh at me? But here's the truth. Nobody speaks perfectly when they are learning, not even native speakers.
Exactly. I always tell my students, your goal is communication, not perfection. If you wait for perfect English, you will never speak.
Let me share something important. Mistakes mean you are learning. Mistakes mean you are growing. Every fluent speaker today was a beginner who made thousands of mistakes.
And here's a tip. When you make a mistake, don't stop. Just continue speaking. Most people won't even notice, and even if they do, they won't care.
Confidence doesn't come from perfect grammar. Confidence comes from using English every day, even if it's not perfect.
So don't let fear close your mouth. Let practice open it. Now, let's talk about something simple but extremely powerful. Practicing speaking alone every day. You don't need a partner. You don't need a classroom. You just need you and a few minutes.
Yes, many learners say, I can't speak because I have nobody to practice with. But the truth is, the best speaking practice is self-talk, speaking to yourself in English throughout the day.
For example, you can describe what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm walking to school. I'm cooking dinner.
Or talk about your day. I woke up early. I studied English today. I'm tired, but I'm happy.
You can even talk about your plans. I will meet my friend. I want to watch a movie tonight. I'm going to study later.
These simple sentences help your brain stay in English mode, and the more you do this, the more natural speaking becomes.
Just 5 minutes of self-talk every day can improve your speaking faster than 1 hour of silent study.
Remember, if you can speak alone, you can speak with others.
Now, let's share a real-life story. I think this will motivate you. A student I worked with could understand English perfectly, but when it came to speaking, she froze.
Oh, I know this feeling. So what happened with her, Jason?
Well, she spent hours listening to podcasts and watching English videos. Her listening box was full, but her speaking box was empty. She was afraid of making mistakes and translating every word.
So she understood everything, but couldn't say even a simple sentence.
Exactly. But then she started small daily exercises, self-talk, shadowing, and speaking easy sentences. She practiced just 5 minutes a day at first.
And slowly, the speaking box started to fill. Her confidence grew. Within a few months, she was able to talk with classmates and even teachers without fear.
The lesson here is simple. Understanding English is just the first step. Speaking requires practice, courage, and small, consistent actions every day.
Yes, and the best part is if she could do it, you can do it too.
Exactly. You just need the right techniques and daily practice. All right, listeners, now it's time for a quick practice activity. This is a simple exercise you can do anywhere, even alone.
Yes, let's do it together. We'll give you short sentences. Listen, repeat, and try to say them without thinking too much. Ready?
Okay, here we go. I am happy. I like to learn English. I am going to the store. Today is a good day.
Great. Now let's add questions and answers. Repeat after us. What are you doing? I am studying English. Where are you going? I am going to school.
The key is to say it out loud. Don't translate. And don't worry about mistakes. Just speak.
You can practice this for 5 to 10 minutes every day, and it will make a big difference. Your brain and mouth will start working together naturally.
Exactly. Small steps every day lead to big results in speaking English. All right, everyone, let's quickly recap what we've learned today.
We started by understanding why you might understand English but can't speak. It's because speaking is an active skill. You translate too much, you may fear mistakes, and your speaking box is empty.
Then we talked about how to build automatic English thinking, practice easy sentences, and use the shadowing technique to unlock speaking.
We also emphasize the importance of practicing alone every day, not fearing mistakes, and training your mouth and brain together.
And remember our real-life story. If a student who couldn't speak at all can improve with small daily steps, then you can too.
Yes, the key message is this: speak every day, make mistakes, keep going. Fluency comes from practice, not perfection.
So start small. Start today. And slowly, your speaking will become natural, confident, and automatic.
You can speak English. You just need consistency, courage, and simple daily practice.
Believe in yourself and take one small speaking step every day. You'll be amazed at your progress. And that's it for today's episode of the English Learning Podcast. We hope you found it helpful and motivating.
Yes. Remember, understanding English is just the first step. Speaking comes with practice, courage, and small daily actions.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss our next tips to improve your English.
And leave a comment below to tell us your biggest challenge with speaking English. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Keep practicing, stay confident, and speak English every day.